Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Nur Ain binti Abdul Wahab and my metric number is B0318101149. Today, I will explain about our Progress 1 project and I will start with the introduction first. The project that need to assign the responsibility for responding to a request for proposals for the design, procurement and implementation of a LAN and WAN. In this case, the internet connectivity for an organization of that we already choose. The organization can be company, a university, a college, a factory or a government department. And we decide to choose Catwalk Studio for our project. I will move to the next slide, which is the background of the company. The nature of business of this company is business focus. The business focus on cat. There are 5 parts in the business, which is pet shop, cat hotel, grooming, cat play, and cafe. They locate at number 7 and 71 Jalan TU 40, Taman Tasik Utama, 75450 Ayer Keroh, Melaka. The history of establishment, they started business on 2013 with only 3 parts in business, which is pet shop, hotel and grooming only. They located at Kota Fashion MITC, and when they want to expand their business, they move to the current shop. Currently, they have local and foreign customer, and they have 10 part-time workers and 2 full-time workers.
There are 3 problem statements. For the first problem statement is poor internet connection. Poor internet connection can be considered as slow internet connection. Second, lack of security. Third, less of network infrastructure. There are 3 objectives. First objective is to analyze requirement needed for the company. Second, to develop new design of the company. Third, to generate and document the report. There are 2 scope of the project. First, to develop and upgrading the system development to staff and customer of the Catwalk Studio. Second, to installing a proper infrastructure, network design and equipment of the company. For the proposed solution, there are 3 proposed solutions. First, propose new design that including the new cabling. Second, to set up a new CCTV to improve the security. Last, to enhance the network infrastructure.
Assalamualaikum and good evening. My name is Nurul Hidayah binti Johari. On my part, I would like to present about user requirement table. In this user requirement table, first of all, we have location and number of user. Our project location at Catwalk Studio, and the user that using our network services is 3 person only. Expected growth in the number of user in this on the number of user that using these network services after 1 year we assume to be 5%. Another next 2 years we assume to be 10%, and another next 3 years we assume to be 5%. For user expectation in timeliness, user can transfer 10 MB data within 10 seconds. On interactivity part, user can interact the system within 2 seconds. For reliability, all the application has a reliability rate from 99.8% until 99.99%. For network quality services, we have provided the unified services with bandwidth of 100 Mbps. For adaptability, the network environment can afford with the user capacity. In security part, we have provided web application firewall and antivirus system. In cost funding part, we expect the funding will be 650,000 ringgit Malaysia. Okay, on my next slide, I would like to present about host requirement. In this host requirement, first we have host A, which is web server. Web server performance characteristic. First is request per second, data in and data out, average response time, peak response time, hardware utilization, thread count, uptime, HTTP server error rate. Processor that we have used for this web server is i5 with 4 gig RAM. Next is we only have one web server which is located at server room in Catwalk Studio. For host B, database server, the performance characteristic is throughput, optimization, workload, multiple queries that try to update the same piece of data at the same time, average response time, hardware utilization, peak response time, and the processor and RAM also same as web server, which is i5 and 4 gig RAM. We also have only one database server that is located at server room also. The third one is host C, which is point of sale system, POS system. We use ePOS Now Pro C15 terminal with Store Hub software. 80mm ePOS Now Pro receipt printer with high quality secure all metal cash drawer. We also have only one POS system that is located at cashier counter. The fourth one is host D, which is staff payroll system. Performance characteristics for this staff payroll system is: first, calculate the deduction and net income. Second is accurate employee information. Third is recording files and pay slip. The last one is depositing directly to staff account. We also only have one staff payroll system that are located at server room. Another one is host E, printer. Performance characteristic for this printer is warm up time 20 seconds only, first output speed 6 seconds, continuous output speed 25 seconds, memory 1 until 1.5 GB, with HDD option 250 250 GB. Also, we only have one printer that is located at cashier counter. Okay, that was my part, and another part will be continued by my friend Arshikin. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Siti Nora Shikin binti Hassan and I am from Group 7. I would like to present about host requirement and network requirement. Host requirement for host F is CCTV. CCTV is closed circuit television, also known as video surveillance. The use of video cameras to transmit a signal to a specific place on a limited set of monitors. CCTV we use is on HD format, which is AHD, HD TVI, HD CVI. The power of the CCTV is 12 volt DC and the HD resolution is 1080/2 megapixel. Infrared is 24 piece/50 foot IR distance. The total number of the CCTV at the Catwalk Studio is 11, which is located at food stock, server room, customer dining area, cat playroom, cashier area and cat grooming area. Host G is AP, which is stand for access point. Access point is a hardware device or a computer software that act as a communication hub for user of a wireless device to connect a wired LAN. We use Ubiquiti network Radio Pro access point, which has 10/100/1000 internet port, speed up to 450 Mbps and 1300 Mbps on 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz bands. Maximum power is 9 watt. The number for the AP is 4 and the location is at cat food stock, cat playroom, cat grooming room and customer dining area. Another host requirement is switch, which is we use catalyzed 2960X switch. It has power consumption 47 watt. The number of switch is 1 and located at server room.
Besides switch, we also have router, which is Ubiquiti Edge Router X. It is 5 GB RJ45 ports, passive PoE pass-through option, power via 24 volt, passive PoE or power adapter, port configurable for line rate and layer 2 switching. Router also one and located at server room. CatWalk Studio also have food ordering system. We name it as Smart Tab e-menu system, which is can easier the staff and the customer to order the food. The tools is using web server, which is include Apache, PHPMyAdmin and MySQL. The application development is using GUI, touch applications and framework. The food ordering system is currently have one, which is located at customer dining area. Hostkit is PC, which is with use type of PC is HP or Dell. The RAM for the PC is between 2 until 8 GB, and the OS for the PC is the latest OS, which is Windows 10. The processor is 3.5 GHz. Currently, we have two number of PC and the location is at cat food stock and cashier area. The last host requirement for this project is host L, which is fingerprint. The fingerprint is provided for easier the staff to timestamp their attendance every day. We use BioFinger3 and the Finger3 reader. The fingerprint is fingerprint reader that come with a reliable optical sensor with strong Intel 32-bit X-Scale CPU. It's up to 3 fingers per employee can register and use reliable optical sensor. The capacity is 3000 fingerprint template and power consumption for the fingerprint is not more than 5 watt. Network requirement. In order for a network to function, basic requirement must be met. It must provide connection, communication and services. For our project, CatWalk Studio already have their own existing network. They use Wi-Fi and the usage of the Wi-Fi is between their staff only. There is no issue on interoperability, overall performance and network layer. Support service issue is self-support service and network location is at CatWalk Studio. For future network, the scaling is for 50 user, no issue on interoperability and overall performance. Network layer issue is at layer 3 switch and support service issue is same as the existing network, which is self-support service. For LAN topology, the scaling is same, which is 50 users. Also no issue on interoperability. Overall performance issue is uptime 99.95% until 99.99%. No issue on network layer. And support service issue is self-support service. For both future network and LAN topology, the network location is at CatWalk Studio.
Application requirement have 8, which is printer system, access point center, stock inventory system, web system, CCTV system, staff payroll system, post system, and the last one is food ordering system. First of all is staff payroll system and attendance system. This system is real time because the data need to be collected at that day, and this application's location is server room and cashier room. Next is food ordering system. This system is control rate and also real-time system. The location of the application is customer dining area, server area, kitchen, and also cashier area. Next system is CCTV system. CCTV system is mission critical system, and this application location is apply on all location the entire CatWalk Studio. The next application is web system. This web system is control rate system because the processing request from the server is done if there are any requests and specified with minimum capacity. This web system is located at Cat Food stock, server room, and also cashier area. The next application is printer system, which is this system is best effort. And the location of the system is cashier area and also server room. Stock inventory system. This system is real time and also best effort. This system is best effort because inventory of CAT's item need to be recorded. The location of stock inventory system is CAT food stock and also server room. Is access point centralized system. This system is control rate and also best effort. It also located at all locations in the catwalk. Last but not least, point of sale, or also known as POS system. This system is real-time system because the data of sales of the catwalk studio are recorded during that day. The location of the system is cashier area and also server room.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Ilal. So for my part, I will explain about functional requirements. Okay, the definition of functional requirements is a initial description of the requirements for network management and security in the design, as well as the funding. Okay, so it is divided into two categories, which is network management and the security management. Okay, first of all, I will explain about the network management. Okay, first is the monitoring methods. In this project, we are using monitoring for event notifications. Okay, for the instrumentation methods, we're gonna use end-to-end monitoring tool, which is ping, tracert. Next, direct access methods, for example, telnet, FTP. And the last one is SNMP v3 access to MIBs. For the characteristic sets, we're gonna use end-to-end characteristics, which is we're gonna cover about availability, capacity, and delay. For the in-band versus out-band monitoring, we're gonna use in-band monitoring. And for the centralized versus distributed monitoring, we're gonna use centralized monitoring for easy monitoring. For the performance, we're gonna focus on the speed, bandwidth, latency, and the coverage. Okay, next, that's all for the network management. And now for the security management, it is only on user specified, because the user want us to make the security more to increase the security of the network. So the user mentioned that we need to authenticate all the users to gain access to the system. So is to access the network, the user need to be authenticated, such as the username and the password, before they can access the network. And for the level of funding for network, it's gonna be estimated around 20,000 ringgit Malaysia per year. For functional requirements, we know that it is likely to change with time. So at the time being, this is the proposed functional requirements, and if there is any change, we're gonna make a change. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. I'm going to talk about identification, data source, and data sync. Data sync is the receive internet connection provide the router from its server, or just receive internet connection provided by the router. The data source is the server room that provide the system to the all area or just specific area. Okay. Application A is access for centralized system. Data sync as the server room. Data source is at the cat food store, cat playroom, customer dining area, and cat grooming room. For the application B, CCTV system, data sync is at the server room. Data source is the server room also, cat food store, cashier area, cat playroom, customer dining area, and cat grooming area. For the application C, food ordering system, the data sync is at the server room, the data source at the cashier area only. The post system, for application D, post system, same also, like before. Data sync at the server room, data source at the cashier area. Application E, printer system, also same. About the data sync and data source. The application F, staff payroll system, data sync is at the server room, data source is at the cashier area. For the application G, stock inventory system, the data sync is at the server room and the data source at the cat food stock. And for the last one, application H, web system, data sync is at the server room, or the data source is at the cat food stock and the cashier area. That's only for the identification of data source and data sync.
Alright, Assalamualaikum. Okay, so now I want to present about our proposed project flow model. Alright, first of all, what is flow model? Flow models are used to help identify flows in a network by using well-known flow models characterized primarily by their similarity and hierarchy. So basically, flow model is just a way to connect, a way to communicate. Flow models are divided by four, which are peer-to-peer, client-server, cooperative computing, and distributed computing. Okay, this is the example of the type of flow model which I already explained. Peer-to-peer, client-server, cooperative computing, and distributed computing. So about our proposed project, we only use two out of four, which is client-to-server and distributed computing. Okay, so here is the map of our proposed project and the flow model flow. As you can see, there are a lot of color, right? There are a lot of flow of color there. So here is the guidance. For the red one is the application A. As you can see, application A post system. So here are our application: post system, web system, food ordering system, CCTV system, printer system, stock and inventory system, access point security system, and staff payroll system. So as you can see, the red color is application A, which points to post system. So it's starting from the router to the switch, and then to the firewall, to the post, and then back to the firewall again, to the switch, and to another switch, and then to the stock PC. On the stock PC, go to the server, the same exact way, where router to the stock PC. So here, all of our application use client server, so I just need to explain 1 out of 7 there, because only one is using computing and another 7 is using client server. So here, why we use two firewall? Because from the ISP means internet service provider, to the router and to the switch and to the firewall. Because from the internet, we have a lot of hacker or a lot of intruders, so we need to go to the firewall first to secure the path, and then to the post server, and then to the firewall again to secure the path, same as the first firewall, and then to the main switch, and to the switch that from the two room. We divided the switch because we need to reduce the traffic, so there's no lagging or such that will happen. So now, why I will use client server model? Client server model is communication which is have request. So like this post system, post means point of sale. So wherever, whenever client need to do something, it need to request from the server. Server will need to be done by admin, right? So anything client do, anything the workers do, admin need to know. So we use client server, and the flow not asymmetric, so we need to use client server. We just look up on request. Anything must be more by the server. Same goes to web system, food arrange system, printer system, stock inventory system, AP, and staff payroll. So like staff payroll, which we have fingerprint attendance. So from that fingerprint attendance, we must go to the switch number 3, which is for the cashier area room, and then from the switch 3 must be through to the switch 5, and then to the firewall, and then to the staff payroll, because staff payroll is staff gaji payroll. So the staff payroll must be based on their attendance, so we use the fingerprint attendance. So about the distributed computing CCTV system, why we use distributed computing? It is because CCTV have a lot there. There are more than 5 CCTV, so CCTV also need to be done cooperate. They must be work together and share information together to accomplish the task. So as you know, cooperative computing is indicated when multiple applications work together and share information to accomplish the task. So like this CCTV, this CCTV is different, it's totally different compared to the PC, because PC is just one way communication with CCTV there. But CCTV need to work together, because CCTV, when they must be work together, share information, and display on a software, right? So that software must be display all of the CCTV information in one time, so that we call it as work together. So here, as you can see, kitchen and cat cleaning room, kitchen, cat cleaning room, and cat stock here at the right, at the top right. There are no switch, right, because we need to reduce the cost, but in the same time we need to reduce also the traffic, so we just need to combine the cat cleaning room to the switch at the cat room. For the kitchen, we combine it to the customary area, because kitchen only have one smartphone. Chef need to have a phone, of course, and there are no CCTV at the kitchen because there's nothing there. So here, each server need to be true to the firewall. After that, go to the switch, because it needs to be secure first. Need to be secure. So from the ISP, as you see, only 2 servers that from the first firewall, which is web and post. Because web, as you know, it is the internet connection, so it must be through there. Like at post, point of sale, and because point of sale, like this shop, it must be shipped online, so it must be through that first firewall. So in this, in our purpose project, we just use two flow models, with our client server and distributed computing. And why we use that model, I already explained it to you. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
First flow distribution is network provider. This network provider device is router. The network requirement for this network provider is 1 LAN, which is the flow distribution is 2080. Distribution 2 is server room. The device used for the server room is firewall. This network environment is 1 LAN, which is flow distribution 2080. For the rest flow distribution, it use LAN 1, which is flow distribution 8020.
Hi. Next is inside the subtopic of flow analysis content flow boundaries. Flow boundaries is the most important in process of developing network design. Let's look the definition of flow boundaries. Flow boundaries is the existence of various flow model as well as data source, data sinks, location information. Beside the location information, have a computer nodes, client and server. Flow boundaries indicate the natural presence of flow constellation where the hierarchy occur. So the purpose of flow boundaries is separate. We want to know the separate geographic area of the design environment. In our projects, in the CADWorks Studio, have a multiple area or rooms in the same flow. So we assume as the room/room for geographic area. So let's jump to our flow boundaries of CADWorks Studio. We have designed flow boundaries and the result is we have 17 of flow boundaries in our project. Let's zoom to our map and look one by one. Let's look to the flow boundaries 1. For boundaries 1, location at the server rooms. Device used is router and application inside the server inside the flow boundaries 1 is food ordering system, web system, stock inventory system, point of sale system, access point centralized system, staff payroll system. Network environment for the flow boundaries 1 is 1 LAN. For boundaries 1 is to provide the internet among the CADWorks Studio. Is the flow boundaries 2. For boundaries 2, same as at the server room. Device used is the firewall. The boundaries, the purpose of for boundaries 2 is the make the firewall from the inside to the outside. Means all the servers must go to the firewall to get to the ISP. The application inside the boundaries 2 is food ordering system, web system, stock inventory system, point of sale system, access point system, and the staff payroll system. So next is flow boundaries 3. The location same as server room. The device use is the workstation server, and we name it as the post server. The application inside the flow registry is the point of sale system, and network environment for the flow registry is the LAN 1. The purpose of the flow registry is to connect from the workstation's server post to the cache PC at the cache areas. So the point of sales is to calculate the sale of the Catwork Studio. Is Flow Boundaries 4. Flow Boundaries 4 is the access point centralized system. The Flow Boundaries 4 is from the server room to the wireless AP, which is wireless AP spread the internet to the smartphone tablet among the Catwork Studio. Next is the Flow Boundaries 5. Flow Boundaries 5 is the server CCTV server that connect to the all CCTV among the Catwork Studio. Next is Flow Boundaries 6. Flow Boundaries 6 is the food ordering system. Food ordering system connect to the cache area, which is cache PC, and then connect to the customer dining area and the kitchens. So from the dining area, the waiter will take the order and give to the kitchens, and kitchen do the order. From the for the customer will pay the meals to the cashier. So this is purpose of Flow Boundary 6. Next is Flow Boundary 7. Flow Boundary 7 is the web server. From the web server, from the server room, connect to the stock PC and the cashier PC, and the stock PC and cashier PC can access the web server. In this Catwork Studio, wireless AP also can access to the web server, but it just can access but cannot manage the web server unless it is stock PC and cashier PC. Stock PC and cashier PC only can manage the web server. Next is the Flow Boundaries 8 at the server room. The Flow Boundaries 8 will connect to the stock PC, and from the stock PC, it will generate a record of the stock in the Catwork Studio. Next, let's do the Flow Boundaries 9, which is Payroll Server. Payroll Server will connect to the fingerprint attendance. From the fingerprint attendant, we keep the data of the attendant of the staff, and we store at the server's payroll server. So for the payroll, we'll the payroll, and we'll connect to the PC and print the payslip of the payroll at the printer one. And the last at the server room is the Flow Boundaries 10, which is printer server. Printer server will connect to the printer one at the cashier area. Then application use, of course, is printer application system. Next, let's move to the cat food stock area. The Flow Boundaries 11 is the device used is the stock PC. Stock PC will connect to the server room, and the network environment is the LAN one. Next is the floor boundaries 12, which is wireless access point 1. The application inside the wireless application 1 is the access point centralized system. The wireless AP1 will cover area of cat food stock, cashier area, and the server room. For the floor boundaries 13, the device used is the cashier PC. The application inside the floor boundaries 13 is the food ordering system, web system, post system, and the payroll system. The network environment for floor boundaries 13 is the LAN 1, and the floor boundaries 13, the cashier PC will connect to the server room. Is floor boundary 14, which is wireless access point 3. The application inside the wireless application 3 is the wireless access point centralized system. The wireless access point 3 only will cover the cat playroom because the cat playroom have the stronger wall. The stronger wall for the secure the cat, and so the stronger wall will block the signals, and this is because this reason why the wireless access point 3 will cover only the cat playroom. Next, let's move to the customer dining area. Inside the customer dining area, we have the floor boundary 15. The device used is the firewall 2. The application inside the uh, floor boundary 15 is the food ordering system, web system, stock event system, post system, application system, application payroll system. So this firewall will filter all the hardware and software among the Catwork Studio. Last but not least is the floor boundaries 19, which is wireless access point 2. The wireless access point 2 will cover the customer dining area and the kitchen area. And the last for the floor boundaries at the Catwork Studio is floor boundaries 17, which is wireless access point 4. The application inside the wireless application 4 is the access point centralized system. The network environment used is LAN 1, and the wireless application 4 will cover the cat grooming rooms, toilet, and kitchen. And the wireless will connect back to the server room. Thank you.
I'm going to talk about the flow specification. For the first one, this is the overall map for the flow specification. There is 11 individual flow, 6 composite flow, and 1 backbone. Each of the flow has its application, as we can see at the overall map. For the flow specification worksheet, it lists down the reliability, capacity, and the delay for each flow. With this information, we can optimizing the network, can find the cache information for the flow and allocation to be made in this flow for each flow, composite flow, individual flow, and the backbone. Next is the multi-port specification. It also lists down the reliability, capacity, and the delay for all application. This one for the application A until H. This information are going to be used for finding the cost, allocation, and the way to optimize the network. For the last one, criteria for the technology evaluation. The estimate user group we made is we go to the maximum 3 years. The user group in 1 year is 7%, in 2 years is 12%, and for the 3 years is 15%. The calculation will based on the capacity for each flow. It will be compared with the current year to the year 1, year 2, year 3 for the criteria for the technology evaluation. The flow consists of the composite flow, individual flow, and the backbone. That's all.
The conclusion is firstly, every team members have tasks that they need to deliver to complete the project. Secondly, we need to focus on how to design the network for the organization that we already choose. And last but not least, we need to use proper tools and techniques to build a good network design for the organization. That's all. Thank you.